Okay, so I'm going to pass out a small slip of paper to all of you. It's going to be folded up. But I'm going to, can I ask you, can you guys promise me not to unfold it until I tell you to? Can you guys do that? Awesome. Okay. So, how many of you guys have a Facebook?
I just made one.
I just made one.
I don't believe it.
And how
Oh yeah,
many?
Megan doesn't have it. I have another version.
And how many of you guys know what a Facebook page is?
Oh, I still don't know that.
Okay, so not the profile, but the page where you can like talk to people and stuff like that. So when this must have been I think 3 years ago. It was the summer in between 8th and 9th grade. I joined a Facebook page. I became an administrator on it, and I met all the other admins. All of them just teenagers, just like me, living all over. And we just all became very good friends on this page. Let's see if I can name people. There was 2 people from Chicago. They were actually a couple, and I thought that was super cute. We loved them. There was this girl from Florida. There was a girl from Georgia. There was a girl who lived in London, which was super awesome. The people who lived in Chicago, it was a girl and a boy, and their names were Gia and Jared. We actually became Facebook friends, and we talked all the time. I still talk with Gia all the time. We were just texting last night. But basically, Gia and Jared, they were a couple. We loved them. We would always comment about how cute they were because they would say cute stuff to each other on the page, and it was adorable. And basically, we were all just really good friends. We would talk and hang out. And our entire page was actually formed on the, it was actually formed to end bullying and harassment. Because we had a different page, and this one guy was being mean to this girl, and stuff happened. But, so basically, we wanted to end all of that, and we were all very nice and supportive. At least, I thought we were. Oh, I also had a friend, my best friend, Lindsey, who I mentioned in the previous story. She was also on this page. And she and Jared talked a lot, and they were pretty good friends. Basically, we were all formed to end bullying and harassment, be very supportive, but it didn't really stay that way. I think most of the weight fell on this girl, Bianca, who lived in Georgia. And this other girl named Suzie, I don't know where she lived, but I think it mainly fell on Bianca and partially Suzie too. Basically, Jared was harassed by Bianca all the time. Not necessarily on the page, but in private messages and stuff like that. And apparently Suzie did it in a lesser extent to Gia, and they never told us. Gia and Jared never said a thing about it. And so we didn't know that it was happening. We didn't know to try to stop it. And so that went on for a while until it all kind of fell apart. I think it was January 1st, 2012. Basically, I came home from a very long day at school, and I was looking forward to getting onto the page that night and talking with my friends. And then I get home, and I find this post from Gia, this really big post, staring me in the face, where she explains what Bianca and Suzie had been doing. I had to read this post several times for it to sink in. Dead. Jared was dead. Jared had killed himself.
Oh, God.
Because of Bianca, because of Suzie, and because of this guy from his actual school, because they were all harassing him, both over the page, both in real life. It's really hard when you get news like that, even if you didn't really know them. I knew Jared for about a year, and it was just over the internet. But I still started crying. I couldn't stop. And I miss him. Basically, the post said that he wasn't in school that day. So Gia had gone over to his house after school to see if he was all right. And she was the one who found him, with a goodbye note and a bloody knife. He killed himself because someone in school had been harassing him. He killed himself because Bianca had been harassing him through this page. And Jared, Gia, Lindsey, and I had plans to go to SeaWorld that summer. Gia and Jared were coming into town to San Diego, and San Diego's pretty close to LA, to here, and so we were like, hey, look, we should join them. It was going to be a lot of fun. And I know Jared and Lindsey Jared was really excited to meet Lindsey. I was really excited to meet both of them. And we were just all so excited. And This post basically crushed all my hopes and brought me to tears. And I was crying a lot that night over someone that I had never even met. I can't even begin to imagine how Gia, his girlfriend, was feeling. I'd like you all to unfold your notes now. It's Jared's goodbye note. Could I have one? Would any of you guys like to read it out loud?
I'll read it.
Okay.
Once I open it. Dear Gia, I'm sorry that I killed myself, but it had to be done. I couldn't take it anymore. It was because Johnny and everyone else harassed me, and also partly because of Bianca. She drove me nuts and made me want to kill myself more and more each day. You are probably crying now, because I know you do that, but don't cry. You got Adam and James and the people on the page. I want you to say sorry to them for me acting like that. I just got carried away, and I know Callie will take this hard, and Bridget, because we can't go to SeaWorld now. But I just had to escape my life. I'm sorry, and tell Lindsey that I said hi, and she made me laugh. Love, Jared.
So, you see, things like this can really hit you hard, and they can really hurt. And some very bad things can happen because of it. I don't want any of you, I'm sorry, I don't want any of you to have to go through what I felt that day when Gia told us all of this. And I don't want you to have to feel what Gia felt when she found his body. Can you just imagine how that must have hurt her? So, that's why I'm here. I'm here to put an end to that, or at least to try to put an end to that with you guys. I was talking to Gia last night, asking her if it was all right to share the story with you. I sent her this that I was reading off of, and she said, and she basically gave me permission to tell the whole story as long as I left out pictures and their last name, which, yeah. So, that is the story of my friend Jared, who killed himself January 1st, 2012. A couple months ago, Gia just told me this last night, a couple months ago, she was talking to Bianca and asked her if she felt sorry. And basically, Bianca didn't care. Bianca didn't care that she had driven Jared to death. And so often, the bullies don't even care about what they've done, who they've hurt, and all of that. So, I'm just letting that sink in.